Hey, it's your homie Fasscoupe, and you are now welcome to the crib. I'm gonna need y'all to like, share, and subscribe. You feel me? But definitely subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta use that finger. You know this finger right here that you stick up the. Oh, yeah, this finger. Yeah, this one. Yeah, when you was pointing it in the. Ooh, well, can you do that to the subscribe button? Ooh, yeah, that wasn't too hard, wasn't it? Make you feel good, don't you? Got you thinking about that night where and you smelled your finger after and you said, "Ooh." Hey yo, what it do, man? All right, listen, we about to get into this. So pretty much, I want to break down why in these times it's not a good idea to be a rap artist, primarily a street rap artist. I'm not going into the conscious direction. I'm going into the street artist genre, trap, drill. You know what I mean? Hardcore. You feel me? That's the direction I'm going into. So pretty much, I want to give just a little breakdown of what actually happens, right? So a lot of street artists actually derive from the streets, right? Because we love authenticity. So you have to understand that they're coming from the streets, and they're getting into this game because it looks appealing. They're obsessed with the jewelry, what I'm saying, the clout, the females, the fast cars, the clubs, traveling, you know what I'm saying? It low key, kind of looks like success, if you don't really know what success actually is, right? If you think success is materials or living the fast life, you may fall into the category of wanting to be an aspiring, famous, successful street hip hop artist, right? And this is the whole thing, coming from the streets, you know, you want to escape the things that you dealt with in the streets. So you're pretty much thinking like, if I get into this game, you know what I'm saying? I'm leaving all this stuff behind, having to look over your shoulder, drug dealing, the beef, gun violence, all the stuff that you actually had to deal with in the streets. And I'm here to tell you that you're still gonna have to deal with that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not escaping that. That's not going nowhere. Just how you had to take your firearm to the corner store, well, now you're gonna have to take your firearm to the mall. You know what I mean? Now you're gonna have to take your firearm, picking up your kid from school. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really change so much. The only thing that changes is the amount of money that you have. And something else that I want you guys to understand too is that we have these things that we have to do, right? As artists who are in the game. And what is it? You got to feed the wolves or the wolves are going to eat you. And that pretty much means your circle. So you're pretty much forced to take care of grown men and grown women around you, regardless of how you may feel about them at the current moment, because they know things about you that potentially could put you in harm's way. And you may not be thinking of it like that, but that's the actuality of the situation, right? The minute you tell someone in your camp no, and they feel like they've worked for something or whatever the case is, you may just be having a bad day or whatever that may be. That potentially could put your life in danger. And I'll give you an example. Yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm down bad. I need 5,000 to cover this, this down payment on this car. I promised my BM I'm gonna help her. Like, could you let me hold that real quick? Yo, bro, I already gave you 15,000, bro. We haven't recouped that money, bro. Like, we gonna have to wait a little bit, bro. I gotta take care of me first. I gotta go do something. So pretty much that person that you're talking to ends up having some type of resentment because they see how much money that you guys run through, right? And maybe they're not calculating things as best as you are, or maybe they are, but there's still going to be some type of resentment, right? And that's potentially fatal because if that grows, it can turn into, yeah, back door open. You see what I'm trying to say? And I hate to do that, and I hate to paint that picture, but that's the reality of the situation. And the people around you have a lot of power over you because they know things about you that the average person wouldn't, because you are trying to protect your private life, right? Another example, you're dealing with a woman, you know what I mean? You send a little video of yourself to her, showing off your stuff. And next thing you know, you don't take her shopping or you don't commit to something that she wanted from you, and now she's blackmailing you. Now she's saying, "Oh, I'll tell tab the media about this and this, that, and the third. Oh, if you're not going to do it to me, I'm just going to sell this story, whatever the case is." So now you're a victim of being blackmailed, and that's just an example, right? That can actually be potentially in a situation to where it can happen with the police, where a female that you're dealing with knows something. She says, "I'll go tell the police about this if you don't give me X, Y, and Z." Hence, look at all the situations that are going on in the industry. Diddy, um, Jonathan Majors, you know what I'm saying? A lot of men are being blackmailed, because they're not coming up with money, or women that are no longer dealing with them feel a type of way that their life isn't as good as it was when they were dealing with that man, right? So another example, right? Um, what I want you guys to understand is that you get to a point to where you see a different side of your friends because money is involved. And when money's involved, it shows people's true characters, right? Because before, money wasn't a factor. So now that chips are involved, now you get to see who's actually greedy. Now you can see who's actually insecure. And the problem is that while you're on your purpose doing what you're doing, people's insecurities start to attach themselves to you. So if you are dealing with a lot of women, you know, there may be someone in your crew who's just insecure in terms of the fact that they don't get as much female attention as you, and now they want to make moves on the women that you have. You know what I mean? Now they want to go through the back door and just try to mess with women that you're dealing with off the strength of that's the only way that they can get female attention because they're around you, right? So that can create some type of jealousy, right? Because it goes into, kind of alpha male situation. Even as simple as it may sound, is you know, these are things that happen. You know what I'm saying? It turns into a little competition, right? And that's when people start, discrediting people. Oh, he's doing this, that, and the third. Just trying to get into the situation with the female that you're dealing with. The only way they can is by offering information. So that's another thing that happens as well, right? Another thing in this industry is very popular for controversy as a street artist. And I'm going to tell you why controversy is so important. When you look at some of the best artists who actually got into the game, you have 50 Cent, you have The Game, you have Rick Ross, you have who else do you have? There's so many other people, but these legends became iconic because of beefs that they had in the industry that they decided to go against other artists. And the thing is, yes, they made it through these situations, but these people still have people who wanted to kill them. If you go look into 50 Cent and all the stuff that he was going through, people in the industry were still trying to kill him. You see what I'm trying to say? And thus you have all the people in the industry who already passed away, right? You have Young Dolph, you have Pop Smoke, you have Nipsey Hussle, you have who else do we have? XX Tentacion, Takeoff from the Migos, Bankroll Fresh, Trouble, Chinks Drugs, Stack Bundles, right? And this all comes from some type of controversy, whether it was in the past or in the future, or not in the future or in the present. And a lot of things from the past, right, come back to haunt you. So you may have done something, maybe something happened in jail, maybe something happened in the street, but now since you're a public figure, your face is being posted in places that people have access to and can devise a plan or a strategy to try to harm you. And if you aren't on point, you can end up going to jail or getting hurt just trying to go pick up your bag. And it may not seem like it's dangerous work because it's like, well, I come from the streets and this, that, and the third. But if you have to have a firearm or if you have to consider your safety in any regard, you don't have peace of mind doing what you're doing because you are not safe. You see what I'm trying to say? 50 Cent was performing in bulletproof vests. He was not safe. You see what I'm trying to say? And I need you guys to understand that in order to be successful, you have to measure your own success. And the problem is that we compare our success to someone else's success, and we look at their success like that is the example of success. No, it is not. That's not the example of success. The example of success is making progress in your own right and actually get into a peace of mind. You want to have a peace of mind. A lot of these artists get into these situations and they get on drugs because they have so much weight on their shoulders from having to provide for everybody, from having to stay up late, for having to be creative, thinking that they need drugs to be creative, which I'm not going to lie, marijuana does help you be more creative, but, it's rumored that drugs help you. So not only that, but you have drugs taking a part of this industry as well that are destroying your body. So it's not even like people are healthy doing this. And this is why I'm trying to get you to understand. It's not everything that it seems to be. It's just something that you're not aware of because you haven't experienced it. But once you do experience it, you'll understand that you are just working hard like anybody else. You are stressed out just like anybody else who is overworking. Another thing that I want you guys to understand is that you can't even enjoy the fruits of your labor as much as you want, because you can create a whole album and your favorite song that you created, you enjoyed the most, had the most fun in the studio making, potentially could be the worst song on your album due to the consumers being in charge of what's the music that's good. Your fans get to pick what songs are good, not you. Your fans do. So it may be the worst song on the album that you didn't like, and the fans say that that's the favorite song, and you hate that song. You have to perform that song back to back. You see what I'm trying to say? So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that your fun moments may not be the key moments in your career to help you move forward. Another example: the minute you decide to enjoy yourself, someone else is working hard in order to get your position in this industry. This industry is competitive. The minute you take your foot off the gas, someone is creeping up and trying to take your spot. You see what I'm trying to say? And then you have to realize it and get right back to work. You can't even take 2 weeks off nowadays because so much music comes out. Music is so fast now, so you have to keep moving. So you can't even enjoy the fruits of your labor until it's later in your life. You know what I'm saying? So you still have to work like a Mexican. Shout out to my Mexicans who work real hard. So you would think that, oh, because you have more money now, it's down to third. It doesn't change. Your bills just get higher. Your overhead just gets higher. Before you was paying $2,000 a month. Now you're paying $10,000 because you leased a nice car, financed a nice car, and you moved into a condo. And now you have to take care of everybody's phone bill. You have to pay people on your team. So now you still have to work hard. So the amount of work doesn't change. It's just the lifestyle that people are seeing changes. So they look at you like you changed. But in reality, you still have to work as hard as you did when you first got into the game. You see what I'm trying to say? So that is why I'm trying to break down this stuff to, artists who want to get into this industry in terms of being a street artist. Now, what I'm going to do is, moving on from this part, I'm going to break down individual artists' stories before they got killed, before they got arrested, and tell you everything that they went through so I can give you common examples of people from your area who are close to you on a regional level who had to go through these things so you can get an example of what they had to go through and what led to their demise. Because you playing a real game, bro. It's not as easy as it seems. It's not. It's very hard work. All right. And I'm just trying to let y'all understand that, man. I gotta be serious because if you want to get into this rap game, you better know what comes with it. You feel me? Bodies come with it. Cases come with it. Bullet cases come with it. You see what I'm trying to say? If you want to get in a dope game, time comes with it. You see what I'm saying? It just, you have to understand that the rap game for a street artist is the streets on a magnified, just on an amplified level to where now you getting more attention from the feds. You feel me? So we'll break it down some more. We at the crib. Let's go.